reluctantly crouched at the starting line. Engines pumping and thumping in time. The green light flashes, the flags go up. Churning and burning, they yearn for the cup. They deftly maneuver and muscle for rank. Fuel burning fast on an empty tank. Reckless and wild, they pour through the turns. Their crowds is potent and secretly stern. As they speed through the finish, the flags go down. The fans get up and they get out of town. The arena is empty, except for one man still driving and striving as fast as he can. The sun is gone down and the moon is gone up. And long ago somebody left with the cup, but he's driving.
Woo! Wow, Cougar, you're really good at that. Woo!
Clearly I am.
Welcome, all you KVKL listeners.
Cougar was singing in his head, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. He was trying to pick it up. I think he was bobbing and weaving, and then he was getting ready to say something, and then he didn't. All right, everybody. This is our tournament playoff podcast. All right. We've made it through 1 week. Now we're going to tell you about what happened in week 2 and who is going to be going to the boot, to the twain, to the plate, and to the cup. All right. Up with me, I've got MVP from KTC.
Mr. Loggerhead.
Gosh. And Hannah Butt Pirate Blodgett.
That's me.
Jason Cougar Wong.
Hannah, you better not be any glitter right now.
I don't.
Oh, my God.
Good. In case you didn't wonder, 6 years ago, she glitter bombed me.
The butts and glitter are in the past.
That shit will not leave my body for 2 weeks, even showering every day.
Oh, I bet you.
Thanks, Hannah.
You
You're
look
welcome.
Yeah.
radiant, Cougar.
I look something.
Shiny.
I was shiny. Radiant,
Hannah's a
no.
butt pirate, then
No.
Cougar's a merchant ship.
And on that note, there's been Hutnick.
Hello.
And I am your host, Tim Fredrickson. All right. Lots of kickball happened, a little bit less than normal. Some people didn't get to play kickball today. I mean, Sunday. I know. That's how tournaments work.
8 teams missed out, but we love them all.
We love them all, and we miss them, and we hope they enjoyed watching some kickball. And, I hope they all come out on Sunday for, the grand finale. Well, today's podcast is, of course, brought to us by fuck me.
That was last week. And they played each other. Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh,
Kansas
my
Tree
God.
Care is, if you're not aware of just the fact they're not just a bunch of kickball players. There's also a whole bunch of it's our local arborists. They are the men and women. I don't know if they have any women on the cruise, but they're the people out there that can evacuate yourself of some dangerous limbs that may encroach upon your buildings, or if you have trees that fall down, because we haven't had a lot of trees that have fallen over this year at all. We haven't had any big storms or anything. But if you have anything like that happen to you, give Kansas Tree Care a call. They're at 785-843-TREE or 843-8733. 5 stars, Google reviews. That's awesome. I mean, not a 4.9. I didn't round up. 5 stars. A single person has given them less than 5, and I would agree.
They come around and help out with the charity yard crew that people have been on at the auction.
They do a lot of that.
Amazing job. It's a ton of value what they do, just sending out a couple people. Plus, it's really satisfying after we're all done clearing brush and shit like that, watching Kenny just like feeding
Climb
things
up
into a
trees.
grinder.
Just glistening slightly.
Yes, and climbing trees and glistening.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
843 Tree for all your tree care needs.
There you go. Boom.
You have a website?
Oh, yeah. It's fancy.
Yeah, what's the
of course,
website?
Website
What-
is
what's the-
kansastreecare.com.
Okay, I was to make
If you
sure.
want to get a hold of them, it's kansastreecare@gmail.
They have
think
a
it's-
Facebook, too.
www. If you want the cup, come get it, muddy.com.
Oh, boy. Here we go. We'll get to that.
All right, and of course, we're always up here, 926 and a half Mass at the Jazz House for $2.50, almost anythings.
Come on down it, because it looks like a whole bunch of teams got knocked out because there's almost
There's
nobody
nobody
here.
Gosh.
All right.
Yeah, start. Yeah.
Crowd noise.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks.
So we were
Everyone
lying.
just
There's
showed up.
like 70 people here.
Thanks,
All
guys.
right.
It just
Everyone
reminds
just
me of the
walked in.
part in Yes Man where what's her name lists off all 5 of the people in attendance at the concert at the beginning of it, Does anybody remember that part?
Movie Yes Man?
Yeah.
Never saw the movie.
With Jim Carrey. All right, check it out. Never mind.
I like Jim Carrey's early works. Nowadays, like, what's the point?
That was MV Pete's movie corner.
Yeah, so
We'll be moving on.
Random factoid of life. Don't mind it.
that's okay. We're random here, so keep them on. So
All right, we're gonna start over in the.
Do the boot.
We're going to do the boot. Do the boot. Doing the boot.
we're doing the boot. Okay.
All right, first game for the semis of the boot. Mahomes versus Empire. Mahomes put up 20 over Empire 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cougar, tell us.
Will do. Well, before this game, I was worried because, like I said, what Empire only lost 5-4 in the play-in game. Seeing that, I was like, oh, jeez. It's like I can't just take them lightly because we beat them last time, which was only 10-3. So I told my teams like basically be on high alert and pour it on if need be. And we were aggressive in the base paths. Just taking extra bases each and every time, kicking where there's holes, and really taking advantage of their miscues. And I was proud of the team. Some of the members weren't sick. Actually, one was sick, but she still came on and she played really well. Another lady, Alex, she played the game of her life kicking and burned the left fielder twice. So yeah. So Audrey playing sick. Alex did well, and Andrea, of course, the longest tenured female on the franchise, and Gray as well. So I credit my team, rising occasion, not making it close, and putting them away, and going for the boot for the second time ever. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to you, Cougar.
Thanks.
It's always nice to come home with a little bit of hardware.
You were one run shy of getting what I think would have been your second anger bang of the season.
Yeah, I know. Who figured that my team would have twice the anger bang in the week ever, which just weird. So thanks.
All right. Second semifinal game for the boot. We've got Jayhawker 11 over the Electric Kick Eels 14.
Under the Electric Kick Eels, I guess.
Over. I don't know what, under, yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, this is the rematch from in rank play, which Jayhawker CrossFit got their win over Jayhawker Eels. In fact, of all the rematch games this past week, they're the only ones, the Eels, to get revenge on the team that they lost to. So, the only one out of 5.
Are you smelling toast, Cougar?
Yeah.
Did I say Jayhawker Eels?
Yeah.
Jayhawker CrossFit. No, I didn't have a stroke. No, he's not yet.
That's a look ahead to their
Maybe it's because I'm fearful that
charity
Hannah all of a sudden
combined
will do
team.
something really stupid.
I've been giving you back scratchies. I've been nice.
I am nervous. I am nervous.
Little lower.
Yeah. So no.
So CrossFit gets bumped out, but that's a hell of a first season for them. And they only went down by 3, scored 11.
I
like
figure they
it.
probably learned a lot this season. I think I'm not sure if there's a team that enjoyed playing kickball more than they did. I mean, I'm sure some of us could say, well, we really had really good games, but I think every week they came out there with a lot of enthusiasm and played their heart out, and we'll see what they bring next year.
Yeah.
In fact, they have 2 wins this season. The first-year team. I mean, that's really, really good. There's a lot of first-year teams that only get 1 win, or some first-year teams that get no wins.
Yeah.
If they get 2, I mean, that's really, really good. So, props to Jayhawk CrossFit, not Jayhawk Eels. So, sorry.
All
So,
right.
and then by the way, it'll be a rematch with the Eels and Mahomes for the boot from 4 years ago. We'll get that later. So,
All right.
Spoiler alert.
yeah, no, sorry.
All right. Quarterfinals of the plate. We've got Poshwash 6, Woost 7. Oof.
Anybody here see that game?
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
You want to tell us what happened? Maybe. I don't know anything about it.
So I was running around a lot because I was one of the 8 teams that didn't get to play. But I love kickball, so I was there watching all the games. And this one,
Thank you.
actually,
You're
it
one of my
wasn't even,
heroes.
it wasn't close until maybe the 8th or 9th inning, because I think it was maybe like 7-4. Or
Yeah,
like
it was
some-
7-4.
It was something really
Bruce was
close.
up.
It was really close. I
Yes.
refed this game, and it was awesome.
Yeah, so I was just, fly by kind of watching things. But it looked like they were, any balls that went into the outfield on either side were just getting caught by both defenses. And so it was just a really tough on defense on both sides, trying to get runs in and everything. So I don't know. That's really all I saw.
Cool.
No, I think that's accurate. Definitely a defensive game for sure. The Poshwash Well, actually, I did not ref this game.
I was like, no, you didn't ref this game. Wait a minute. I was thinking, no, you
I
didn't
didn't
ref this game.
Sorry, I ref the Woost and Ladybird game.
Strokes are
Okay,
contagious.
we'll come back to it.
Anyways, that wasn't to say there. I'm trying to get back
I
here.
was looking at this game.
Yeah. I heard there's like a couple of questionable calls that went against Poshwash towards the end that I weren't too happy about. So, but Woost had the lead, like I said, most of the entire game. So I credit them to another upset. So,
Yep.
yeah.
All right, next game we've got Ladybird 20, Drop Stoppers 5.
And this was a rematch early in the season, which Drop Stoppers lost to Ladybird. Scored like 28-18. In fact, the last game.
Oh,
of,
that's right.
ranked
Right.
play,
Yeah. Holcomb left though, kind of maybe an aberration.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
that's-
score there.
Exactly. So, no big surprise. No, not really. So,
Anybody want
Yeah.
to talk about the game?
were they?
Oh,
First base
Yeah, that's
gone?
right. Their
Okay.
defense had to switch around a little bit.
Yeah.
Ladybird's just been on a tear since they got that first round knockout. I think they took that a little personally. And it's
yeah.
just-
They beat Rockets 20.
if you're going to go up there and you're putting up 59 runs in 3 games,
I mean, it's just like Ladybird last year. They were actually in the second round of the most awesome brackets there, Peter. And the fact that went from a 2 seed to a 4 seed this season from last year to this year, and then knocked out in the first round. So yeah, they're playing for pride, and you can really tell that they're pouring it onto the in the plate. So
yeah, Grant's got them going.
yeah, absolutely.
If they get Anger Bang another week out here, we're gonna change it from Hate Fuck to Flip 'em the Ladybird.
Ah. Yeah. All right, next game we've got Chalmers' 13, Asteroid Head 6.
I'm not surprised. Not surprised. Like I'm just no surprise.
Well, it's like Asteroid Head always gets. They're good for at least one upset every tournament, and then second weekend they usually run out of steam.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
it was all a possibility, but I think Chalmers
What do
showed up.
Chalmers call themselves? The most
The most
fuckable.
fuckable.
I like
Most
to
fuckable.
challenge that all the time.
Oh my gosh.
You what?
I would like to challenge
Oh
that.
my gosh.
Oh, you just yourself? Or
Just with Kansas Tree Care. I mean, we don't
Oh.
have to include myself, but you've seen my team. Cougar's eyes just got big.
I mean, well, I feel like there's a couple of teams that could, challenge for.
I agree.
I got nothing for him.
I think it's got to be whatever team Cougar is on gets the unfair advantage at the outset.
I like that.
So Chalmers is most
You're making
fuckable,
him
and
blush.
Say he's blushing all podcast.
I'm not drinking. Thanks.
Chalmers is most fuckable. Lion is most fucked because we're easy.
Oh God. So,
No one's going to challenge that.
jeez. But real quick, let's go with Chalmers. Like, did you talk about playing for pride there, Peter, about the Ladybird? Same for the Chalmers. Like I said, first time ever in their franchise history, they lost in the first round. So now going to play, they're playing for pride as well. So,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, they did. I mean, first round loss, but they did get a tough draw with Free State, and
Yeah.
they've had a pretty good showing since. So
Oh, yeah. All right, next game we've got the Corksuckers 4, Matadors 16.
they had a full team this time.
Ah, Matadors had a full team.
Yeah, unlike last
Everybody
week.
showed up.
Everyone showed up, unlike that loss to Sacred Store in the first round.
And that squeak by Ghosts.
And then squeak by Ghost, 12-10. So it's amazing how a full team will do to a team's morale,
It's really tough for Corksuckers too, because I felt they had a good season, and I thought they had a decent. Other things aside, I thought they'd have a decent shot at the plate this year. But
Yeah.
like the combined seeds of the plate teams are probably the lowest they've ever been, which is tough.
And this is one of the very few instances where Corksuckers truly got blown out, losing by 12 runs.
Yeah.
We mentioned last week that Corksuckers always kept it close, like whether they scored double digits, the opponent does not, or
Well, except when they played Muddy.
except for they played Muddy, 26-0. Good job, Cal. But or the other time where it would keep in single digits or not that. So Corksuckers only twice that got blown out. So you're right. Good on them to keeping it close, even though they pretty much lost like 2-3/4 of a game. So
All right, just go to semi.
yeah,
Semi-final of the plate. We've got Woost 8, Ladybird 19.
Doubling them up.
Good damn.
Yeah.
This was the game that I reffed.
Oh, okay.
Are you sure about this, Hannah?
I'm 100%
Please do tell
sure.
what happened.
This is what I was looking at earlier. It was awesome. I'm so impressed with Grant being a captain. He's a great leader. They just got up and stayed up, and the Woos was an awesome team and tried to fight back slowly, but just couldn't get the runs that they wanted. They had their bases loaded, I think, a few times, and just couldn't make it happen.
Like, didn't get any runs, or only got like one run?
Well,
Like-
they just kept getting the third out when they,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
They got people in scoring position, but they just can't keep moving them around.
keep moving. Ladybird, they went through their lineup. I think it was one of those, they got a late start, but then it was a super long game. Ladybird went through their lineup, I think, twice, or almost, for sure once, or maybe almost twice. It was pretty impressive.
And good on Woos, like you mentioned it before, they're good for one upset. In this case, two upsets for Woos. They run out of steam in the case for against the Ladybirds. So, but good job for Woos, like making the semifinals of the
Yeah, making a good run here.
Yeah.
Good for them.
I feel like Wooston and Ladybird, like Johnny's and Free State did their own trophy. Ladybird and Woos should have like a breakfast plate.
I like that.
All right. Other semi-game, we got Chalmers's 15, Matadors 4. Did someone have to leave from Matadors?
I heard a lot of yelling. But I
Actually,
couldn't
after
tell
the game,
what
they
was
all
going
did.
on.
In all reality, it was a 9:30 start. I mean, they probably started at 10 p.m. like we did, so maybe they did go home.
I saw Matadors pre-gaming in the parking lot, and I'm not surprised they lost by 10 plus.
Yeah. Like that.
Those balls must have looked like they were moving super fast.
Oh, it's weird for Chalmers. This is like only the second time this season they go double-digit wins. They never, even when they beat Toronto, they always never like really truly blow them out. It's like a second time, double-digit in the winning margin. So.
Well, there really aren't a whole lot of teams blowing anybody out anymore. I mean, except for unless you're looking at the very top, the very bottom.
Yeah.
It's hard to get a 10-point spread on anybody anymore that's sandwiched in between 5 and 25.
Yeah. It's good. Good competition.
Yeah.
All right. To the Twain semifinal. Or quarterfinal, sorry.
Quarterfinal, yeah.
We've got Reboot, Triple X Porn Stars, 6, Red Legs, 10.
Sam, come on up.
Damn.
What happened? Get your butt up here.
Come on, barely legal.
Yeah.
Hey, stand back, Hannah. Stand back.
Hello.
He's just barely legal.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Okay. It was.
Avert your gaze. Don't stare at her. That's how she brings you in.
Oh my
I'll
gosh.
just stare at you, Tim.
Rub it up, porn rub, reboot triple X.
Oh my
All
gosh.
about.
Sam, just start talking before you go.
Red Legs. They're a great team. They gave us their all, and they did it. Yeah.
That's what she. Thank you,
Yeah,
Derek.
they beat us. There was a few iffy calls, but I don't think it would have made or break the game. No, it wouldn't make or break.
Were you on the field, Derek? Were you reffing? Oh, okay.
No.
Just, yeah.
Just Mr.
I
Accountability
mean, it was
over
really
here.
just one, but that's fine. But yeah, we gave it our all, and they, AO, James, they're great kickers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they know what they're doing, and
Yeah. They can,
capped on us.
when they're on, they can hit to those gaps.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's tough.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
tough when that
absolutely.
happens.
Yeah, no, they found the holes, and then they're very aggressive base runners.
Yep.
And, yeah, they take them when they can.
Well, Sam,
Isn't the team named Triple X supposed to find the holes between the red legs?
I mean,
Oh my gosh.
we stay away from red
Oh
legs.
my gosh.
Stay away from red legs. All right.
So yeah, that was the game.
All right, well,
Go ahead, Tim.
I want to, congratulate Reboot
Me
Triple
too,
X
me
really,
too.
really moving forward and really becoming a,
Thank you.
top tier team. And,
Yeah, we're only.
and Sam
second
coming
year.
out of your shell, coming up on the podcast once
Yeah,
and coming
yeah,
out, you're really growing up. You're really growing up here.
Yeah, yeah.
I am barely legal, so chill out, Tim. But,
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, all right.
But yeah.
Call you later.
No, it was reboot. We're excited for next season.
All
He
right.
should be.
Everyone
He should
is.
be. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sam wore himself out winning a City League championship on Friday. That's why they lost.
I did. Yep, I did do that. I won one. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, Sam.
Next game, we've got Rats 19, Jazz House 9.
This surprises me a
What?
little.
Well, the thing with Jazz House, to my knowledge, I've heard they play with 5 ladies on the field.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what I
and
got.
here's Rick.
Rick.
Here's
Hey,
Rick.
Rick.
Well, when you get scholarship athletes playing for your team, and then you have a rain out that pushes everything back a week. So I had 10 guys on the roster. 4 got called away for their college sports, and 1 was on the DL. But my girls stepped up, and they were amazing, and they played great. And I have not seen the score sheet. We got crunched in 1 inning, the second inning, as I remember. Is that correct? Are you guys looking at that?
We don't have
You don't
Yeah,
have
they're
score
not
sheets
ordered
either?
and printed. We're just looking at the bracket.
Oh, right.
We'll
Yeah,
believe whatever
we
you-
got crunched, but
whatever
then
you
it was a really exciting. I think they scored like 8 runs in 1 inning, but then it was fun, and my girls just stepped up. They were so awesome, and I was so proud of them, including Mariah back there at the bar. Yep. And we had a great season. It was
Yep,
really
did.
fun.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything because I don't talk shit, but I would briefly point out all my kids are graduating this year. They'll be back next summer.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward
You
to
heard
that.
it here first.
Okay, and one more thing. I can't tell you how many times this year I had somebody say, "Where did you get those guys from? Where did you get those guys from?" And this has been a project 3 years in the making. But where it started was the Habitat for Humanity benefit at the Lawrence High School in the fall of 2016. And I saw Anthony playing as a high school senior, and I thought, boy, that kid is athletic. So I went up to him and I said, "Hey, you want to play kickball in the summer? Are you going to be around?" He goes, "Yeah, sure." So I had to call a friend of mine who's a teacher to get his number. It went too creepy, and then I had to kind of talk to his parents to let him know what was going on. And Anthony was like the root of the tree, So my point is that go participate in the Habitat for Humanity program at the high school. Nurture those kids, and it'll really be a rewarding experience for you. So I highly recommend that for your team, Cougar.
I need it. I need all the help I can.
Love you, big guy.
I need all the help I can.
Go
You
to
might, I
high
might want to
school
do that.
sporting events,
Go to high school
them
sporting
all.
events. Yeah, there you go.
And that's how Cougar wound up in jail.
Thank you, Tim.
Well,
Thanks,
thanks,
Tim.
Rick, for coming up. And
Thank you, Rick.
as always, thanks, Rick, for opening up the Jazz House on us for Tuesday nights. If you don't know, 9:26 and a half Mass. We come up here, to enjoy talking about kickball with everybody and having, all of our fans come up and
They
chat
got the
about
Chiefs
games.
replay on.
But, we also, the Chiefs are playing. Who do you think's going to win, Ben?
I got money on the Steelers in this one.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not sure I'm going to take you against that one. And then, we also come down and enjoy the $2.50 almost anythings. It's a great time. Got one more. Come on down. All right.
Go Rats.
Go. Next game, Free State 13, D-Holes 14.
I got recaps.
Recaps.
I got
all right.
recaps. This is from Seth from Free State. Here we go. Great back and forth game. We jumped out 8-3, and they immediately put 5 back on us to tie in the middle innings. We scored 2 in the top of the ninth to take the 1-run lead, but they made quick work of us in the bottom of the ninth and in the dark and walked off. So that's what Seth said. And here's what Alex said about his team. Let's see if we can find it here.
It's the exact opposite of what Seth said.
Exactly. Exactly. He said.
It was super bright out when we won.
Yeah. The ball was super slick from humidity and dust, so it made it fielding difficult. And Free State was up, and we decided to play small ball against their infield and caught up very quick, so it didn't work. Once we took the lead, we didn't fear them winning the game because we knew we could win it all. And then there's a lot of fantastic things by Airy was as a fucking boss. He done a great covering handful of throws. Sam and Danny did their usual excellent outfield performance. Megan Lady Beard Harmon was bunting and running her ass off. Amber Laura was on fire. Kelsey kept slapping balls down when the outfield gap, Ballin and keep them from taking extra bases. Dave took Mookie out at third twice, and he overran the base, Mookie. And I took at least 5 or 6 runs, as Alex, off the board from putouts at home 3 times, pop-up catches 3 times, either run down or stopping lead runner at first or third.
And they did all that with a dusty, slick ball.
A dusty, slick ball.
Wow.
Believe that. Dusty and slick.
Slick from humidity.
Tell us more, Hannah.
Oh God.
Please enlighten the group.
Slick from the perspiration in such a tight game.
I really, that's the only part I heard, so I had to.
Slick from overuse. So basically old balls.
Or in coordinating the podcast, I'm really blushing. Thanks.
Oh my.
This was a walk-off too, right?
It was a walk-off. Yes, it was.
Damn.
Yes, it was. So, I mean, as expected, it's a great game between two really good teams in D-Holes and Free State. You know, Free State, great season. You know, being in the fours, going 8-2, and going on this tear in the ranked play. And
Yeah, I think they lived up to what everybody thought they should have
Yeah.
been seated at.
Yeah.
But just kind of ran into that meat grinder in that section of the bracket.
Yep. Next game, Black Stag 19, Sacred Sword 4.
The hate fuckers hate fuck. Sacred Sword.
I think what I talked to Simon about this. They were different because they had a different defense at first. They put Colin at pitcher. They put Blake at catcher. They put Riley at second base. Just an experiment, and it didn't really work. After the third inning, they went back to regular defense, and 19-4 blowout. So, what happened, Rick?
I ref that game, and it was pretty much what the score says. Yeah. Sacred Sword gave a mighty battle, though. They did. They tried really, really hard. I mean, my heart went out to them because I was in that same position of bending over and taking it from Black Stag, and so, yeah. But Black Stag's really good, and it's going to be a great in the matchup between them and Red Legs for that bracket. Yeah, that's going to be a great game. I'm certain. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wait, you weren't supposed to tell it yet.
No, it's a spoiler. It's a spoiler. No, you're fine, Rick. I already did it anyway, so I beat you to the punch. Thanks, Rick.
Thanks, Rick. All right, so in the semifinals, we've got Red Legs 8, Rats 6.
Semi-twain.
Yep.
I wish I had notes of this game. I don't. Oh, Derek has something for us.
Hey.
What happened, Derek?
I sidelined ref this one a little bit. Eels and Jayhawk CrossFit were the actual refs, and they did an extremely good job considering the hotheads that can be on both teams. It was the most competitive game going on at the time, so I hung out there and watched, like I said, most of it. Rats battled really hard, but I think Red Legs was just a little bit, obviously the score was 8-2.
Yep.
There was a couple close calls. Obviously, it didn't change the effect of the game, but you could tell the defense on both sides, because it happened for both teams, that they were getting a little agitated, that calls were being called and overturned, and so there was those type of things that were happening. But all in all, I don't think there was anything that was a true detriment to the Rats or Red Legs. But it was just a good game. I know the funniest moment was Larry went up to pitch, and Ariel's slinging him in there real fast. And he goes, "I want it slower. Same speed. I want it slower. Same speed." It's like, "I fucking told you I want it slower." And Larry's the type of guy who like paces his steps off. So 1, 2, 3, gets ready. So as he's turning around, Ariel gives him a perfect pitch. And he turns around and he's pissed. And then he does the same thing. And it was like a minute, it happened real fast, of that going on. Ariel literally got in Larry's head, grounded it out to James at third for a force, doubled him up at home, the guy on third. And you could tell that was definitely the nail in the coffin for the Rats. But all in all, it was just a good competitive game.
All right.
Yep.
And this game was a rematch from Week 4, in which it was Red Legs that beat the Rats by a score of 6-3. So another rematch game, but this time the winning team the first time won again.
Yeah. Red Legs just seems like they were just a little bit
Crisper.
A little bit crisper. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was, I'll second what Derek said. Neither team seemed particularly happy with the refs. Like they were both complaining about calls even after the game. But granted, I didn't see the whole game, but from what I saw, it was just a whole bunch of 50-50 calls.
Yeah.
Except for maybe one at first where it was pretty clearly interference by the runner, and it didn't get called. Yeah. But it was that was the only one that I saw.
I mean, 50-50 calls are 50-50 calls.
Right.
They're going to go your way or they're not.
There was
They all talked about the close ones.
Yeah,
Right.
They did. I thought the refs did a really good job, especially considering how much abuse they were taking.
All right. Next semi-game, we've got D-Holes 5, Black Stag 18.
Yeah, I got a synopsis. But
Oh.
before I do that, I forgot something from the D-Holes Free State game, real quickly. Oh, and Ari put the bomb in the ninth, double, put Steven at third base, no outs, fucking baller. So Ari, walk off, she gets credit. Okay. Back to the Black Stag game. I'm sorry. Ethan with a huge catch at right field set the tone. Bernie fucking robbed Colin Key, shortstop in the third. Sam made some fantastic big catches, but the last one ended the energy in the season because he hurt himself. And it turns out he had a broken rib and MRI scheduled for his shoulder. Isaac thinks it's a torn rotator cuff. We'll know the coming days. Ugh. Oof. When I saw him catch it, that he wasn't getting out, he was writhing in pain. I'm like, oh,
How'd
shit.
that happen? You land on him?
There's a diving catch, and he caught it. By the way, he landed on it wrong. I think he landed right on his shoulder, right to the ground, and you could tell immediately that
Trouble.
it was trouble. And it
was
wasn't
hurt.
usual. And look, Sam usually gets hurt or bleeds, and we thought like, okay, he's bleeding and he gets hurt, so haha. But this is the real thing. He actually got legitimately like injured. So and he kind of pulled from the lineup, and that actually zapped the energy from the rest of the team for Red Legs.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah. Hathaway had several great kicks to get third base. 2 monster shots for me to score Danny and bring us into the lead. Top of the first, splitting Simon Richard. So Black Stag didn't get me involved at all on defense. They really didn't. He only touched the ball like once on defense. Alex did. It's great. Great job on their part overall. Very solid game plan, taking advantage of the mid-range ball and long ball. And speaking of long ball, I got to say this. Both Richard from Black Stag and Alex from Hearst made some beautiful deep kicks. Alex burned Simon in left field.
Yeah.
And Richard, of course, he has tremendous leg
Richard
talent.
burns everybody.
Well, Richard burns everybody.
Yeah.
He hit right on the line of left field, and
Oh.
like one bounce to hit the fence, and he got a double. So, the Black Stag, they're just a better team. So,
Yep.
yeah, I'm done.
All right.
Yeah. Also, probably the lowest ever combined scenes we've had in the Twain. So, D-Holes is just a victim of that.
Yeah, 11 versus a 3. That's crazy in the 20.
We were talking about how crazy it was going to be if we had Black Stag and Lawrence Shirt Factory in here, and they'd be a combined 10, they'd be a combined 10, and instead we had a combined 9 because it was Jazz House instead.
Jesus.
All right.
Crazy tournament.
Going over to the Gup. First quarterfinal, we've got Muddy Waters 7, Johnny's Tavern 4.
Woo!
Cal, come on up, gloat. Rub it in Tim's face. He deserves it.
That's a respectable showing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny's Tavern, I believe we led this game until the 7th.
Yeah.
Then there was a wonderful kick out to left field, went just over our outfielder, and they scored 2 on that, and then
Insurance
another.
runs. Yeah.
But I mean, it was a great game. I made
And wasn't
myself.
someone hurt on your team?
No. Carl's not
Carrie-
100%,
Carrie- oh, God.
and oh my God,
Carrie wasn't there.
Carrie was not there. She's
Carrie.
back in Arizona for school.
And
but-
Carl was like not running. Like
Yeah, he wasn't 100%. He's
Yeah,
still
he was-
getting over a pulled muscle. But I mean, I'm not going to tout those up to whole big things.
Yeah, I don't know what else I need to say.
Really, Cal?
Was it?
What do you
That was
want me to say, Cougar?
Something.
We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, save it all so you can trash talk geezers.
No, I really respect Johnny's and I love playing them. And it's like I think Muddy needs like a whole game to warm up before we play
what I was just gonna
another
say.
game. So maybe on Sunday, if anyone wants to scrimmage before the championship, DM me. We always give up like 2 or 3 runs in the first, and then I have to make that joke as a captain, like, "Hey, good thing like we get to go kick now, because chances are we'll score runs too." I don't know. That's all I got. I haven't had enough to drink.
What goal did they get?
I don't know. what you
I
want
watched
from
this
me.
game and I was like, Muddy is sleepy. They
This-
haven't
Yeah,
woke
I
up
would-
yet. They haven't woke up yet.
I would say that. Like
Well,
that's what I
I'd say
felt like
half
it
of our
playing against
team,
them.
half of
It
our
was-
team are like industry drunks that like we've been up. We went to bed at like 6 a.m. the night before, and we're like we need like the. I don't know, Cougar. Don't look at me like that. I don't know.
A couple beers first.
No, it's a good thing
Yeah,
the
we need-
championship game's at 9:30.
Right, we'll be ready at 9.
I would hope so because
Five's too early. We'll be ready at 9.
Five's too early. Well, kicking ass says you gave up 3, and against Reboot you gave up 3 in the first
That's
inning,
what I'm
and now
saying.
this.
It's our thing.
Reboot Triple X wasn't 5 o'clock.
We'll
it
be
was
really
8:30.
lucky to give up only 3 against KTC the first inning. Let's just.
You better not.
No,
Well,
that's our thing.
The
We'll do
very
it.
first play of this game on offense for Muddy, Isaac hits an absolute missile about 3 inches off the ground, and it just smacks Austin's foot perfectly.
Oh,
Pops
yeah.
into the air,
that was
and Tim
awesome.
is there to make the catch. And just immediately that just kind of like, I think, zapped some of the momentum going. But at that point,
it
they
is
had already
weird when he
scored
gets
3.
out. It is kind of
Yeah, like,
sobering.
not only do you go up and you get a run
Which is not
to
what you
start the
need.
game, but then you end up getting a play that not only is Isaac very tough to get out in general, but then to have a play like that go in your favor, that's a huge momentum swing to just get you going. And, I mean, credit Muddy for battling through it. It's a long game, but there was a good portion in there where you
They
just
got Simon out a few times.
well, they got, I mean, Johnny's has a good triangle, and they made a few plays on the top of that lineup that kept it close. That usually, if they load those bases, it just gets rolling.
Yeah,
And
no,
I mean,
Muddy is scary when we have the momentum, but it usually takes us a few innings to get there. So
I'm hearing that Muddy modeled its team after Hannah but Pirate Blodgett because it likes playing from behind.
yes.
God.
But I love Johnny's, and I was having like flashbacks to my first year when they knocked us out, and it was mostly Alex Fox's fault, but there was a bunch of weird plays where like Claire got like an inside the park grand slam because your shortstop like kicked it over the fence.
Oh
off
my
the back.
God, that
I mean, there was
one.
just weird shit that happened that I thought like if
God.
anything like that happens and we lose today, like I wouldn't be here.
If
Right
you guys,
now.
if you guys somehow happen to lose this Sunday, we're gonna figure out a way to blame it on Fox again.
Perfect. Yeah. No. Let's
I
see
like
what
that
he's up to
plan.
Yeah.
on Sunday. Okay. I'll be back later.
Okay.
We'll miss you.
Sorry, there was a really awesome double play that happened. There was one out, and then I think it was the right. Did you guys already talk about that?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. So I was watching, and I think the right fielder caught a ball, and then I think his name is Eric. I don't know. He was at Jasmine's party. Is it Eric? Who? No. It was your runner. So basically, Muddy was up, and they kicked. They only had one out. They kicked, got a second out, and they. Johnny's right fielder throws it over to Ian. Yeah, Ian throws it over to
Sexy Ian.
to Tim.
Yeah, no.
As this guy is rounding to third, and he hits
Oh,
him
yeah,
out
that's right.
before but I can't think of the Muddy Waters guy's name. Keith.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, Pete's coming to 3, and there's just a laser
Pete.
thrown to me over at third, and I just turn, and he jumps, and I just bop him.
How was it
Which-
again?
Is that what you said, boop, when you made that boop?
I think I did. I just like, oh, you're there. Boop, boop.
yeah, I mean, there were several incredible defensive plays from Johnny's on that. I mean, I'll give Michael every credit that you can. Catcher, left-handed, it's got a cannon. Threw
Dude,
Jimmy
Mike's
out
is-
on one. That's that's nothing to be shy about. That's an incredible feat right there in its own. But then you guys had a great relay from the outfield to get an out at home.
Yep.
You guys were making plays when you needed to keep it close, and it just didn't quite get to that point where you could make that game-changing switch.
I figured it was going to happen at some point. Nothing had really happened in the outfield yet. And finally, there was that one kick, that one kind of low, soaring ball that just never seems to drop. And it just sailed out towards left field. And, I mean, I don't know if there would ever be a left fielder that was in the right position to actually get that. It just soared right over his hands and just dropped. I mean, he just got his fingertips on it, but it just wasn't enough. And I think Muddy scored 2 on that, which just changed the momentum. But once again, great game with Muddy. Really enjoyed it.
By the way, Mike, yeah, you're your catcher. Put a shirt on. Come on.
He keeps his tank top on
No, he didn't. Every time I see him, he says his shirt is off.
when he's warming up.
No.
You're just
You're-
finding him when his shirt's up.
He's always got a shirt on. You're just picturing him that way.
Cougar's
damn it.
blushing again.
All right, next game.
Cougar slut shaming your catcher.
John Denver Experience 8. Geezer's Good Neighbors 10.
Yeah.
Anybody from either team here?
History's made. Geezer's Good Neighbors is their first ever semifinal appearance in their franchise history.
And they said they liked that. Bryson was saying he liked their draw as the 12 here.
I think that's true. Yeah, that's what he said.
And-
11 seed. 11 seed.
Yeah, he was.
No, it's 12. You're right.
Yeah,
It's 12.
he was modeling that after Muddy's draw from last year, and he kept on saying semifinals are bust with this draw, and he was right.
Yeah.
I ref this game, and I don't think either team deserved to win.
I agree. It was sloppy. It was
a very, very maybe it's that 5 o'clock game thing again, but it was a really sloppy game.
It was really sloppy.
And there were a lot of close calls. There were a lot of weird things that happened. Like on one play, Booze Cruise kicked one deep, got to second. Then he came around to score, and I can't remember if it was the pitcher. On a relay, they tried to throw him out at home, and to me, it didn't look like he get hit at all, but I was on the far side, and Cancho was scorekeeping, and he was up against the fence, and the pitcher said, I called him safe, and the pitcher came charging in yelling, like, he's out, it hit him in the head, and I was like, well, if it hit him in the head, he's definitely not out anyway.
Yeah.
And then Cancho stepped in and said it actually hit him in the hand. So we changed it from safe to out. But it was just kind of funky. Then on another one of the John Denver players clearly rounded and went home when the pitcher had the ball inside the diamond. And then he started screaming that he was safe because the pitcher wasn't in the pitcher's circle. And I was like, we don't have a pitcher's circle?
There's no pitcher's circle. Like, no.
So just a couple weird. They didn't really. It seemed like they didn't know the rules or got
just a
caught in
little
the moment.
advice. Take
kind
the
of
rep
things.
test, everybody.
And Geezer just basically just outlasted John Denver. They scored late, and John Denver couldn't turn them around in the last inning because they had the wrong part of their lineup.
Yeah. Derek?
Yeah, I was on the fence asking Canchola what the score was when that play came in at home. It definitely hit the guy on the hand. For whatever reason, he was running, and his hand was, like, so high up.
Was he a sprinter?
Yeah, when he was trying to, I think he was trying to do that last second
Well,
stretch.
it's Josh. He's huge. He needs the arms for the momentum. I think. Once he gets going, he's like a train.
The other thing with the overrun thing, not just that game, but 2 other games, I had Claire from Muddy Waters ask me, and then the KTC Love Garden game later, I've had multiple people come and ask me about pitcher with the ball running to a base, making a play, but having control and sending people because they think the pitcher is making a play. So I think it was just lackadaisical on knowledge of the rules.
Yeah. We're going to, I was thinking about this the other day in a rules overhaul, and maybe we'll put in some, stick figure illustrations for people. We can dumb this down, C-spot run version of the kickball rules.
I mean, I can understand pitcher has control, but the pitcher is also making a play by chasing somebody back. I feel like if you're on third base, you maybe make a play for home. I get, it's both sides of that coin, but,
You go ahead, I'm calling you out.
No, I agree, as the rule stands.
Yeah.
But I could see a competitive team trying to get that extra run, trying to get that extra score, sees the pitcher take off, running somebody else back. That gives you opportunity. But, yeah, 2020.
2020, there you go. 2020. Thanks, Derek.
All right, our next game, Kansas Tree Care versus, what am I looking at? Yeah, Kansas Tree Care versus Shirt Factory. By the way, if you have any downed limbs after a storm,
If you need to cut
or
down
perhaps
a tree,
a giant walnut that needs to be getting rid of because it's too close to your house, call Kansas Tree Care at 785-843-TREE or 8733, and they'll come in, bring some hot, sweaty guys to your house, and they will cut that wood down.
Also, if you ever need a giant mulch pile from them, they would gladly drop that off.
Oh yeah, I think for
free.
Is it like free? Yeah, free mulch.
Free mulch.
Free mulch.
Wow.
Just fucking free
just
mulch.
don't know what to do
around
with it.
trees.
They'll take good
If I had
care
a
of
yard,
you.
I would call Kansas Tree Care and say, drop some mulch off, man. But I don't. I live in an apartment.
What's the website there, Hannah?
KansasTreeCare.com.
Thank you.
Kansas Tree Care, cutting down trees and competition.
And you can find them on Facebook at Kansas Tree Care on Facebook.
Yeah.
This is true.
Or you can email them at kansastreecare@gmail.com.
Or, you see him around. You say, holler at him. Say, come help me out. Show up on Sunday.
Yeah.
They'll be there. All right. Kansas Tree Care, 8. Shirt Factory, 1.
The old rivalry game.
Love it.
Yeah, I know.
What a great rivalry we've had
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
over the years.
It's the team I've played more than any. I mean, I've only been here. This is 2 years now. It seems like we've played them 6 times already. but it's always a battle.
Yeah, I feel a little bit bad for the refs, but only if they weren't the refs if they were any other refs, I guess I would feel bad, but they were all good sports to Tyler and myself yelling at them. We had some fun laughing afterwards.
Yeah, you and Tyler on the same diamond. Oh, God.
Yeah, it's a good time.
It's a good time, but I fear, like, oh, gosh, someone's about to implode. Literally had their
I think
gas-
Austin
gas-
was the head ref, and he can take it.
He could, yeah.
Wagner?
We had
Wagner,
Austin.
yeah,
I
a
think.
little
Oh,
bit.
yeah, he doesn't take
Cal
any
was on the
shit.
book, I
Yeah.
think.
I kept
But he
the
takes
book.
it a little seriously. But
Just some weird shit happened. Like Alex McKee caught a line drive from Sarah Weisel, and after we called out, the ball had popped.
The ball popped when he rolled.
It was a
And it
dead,
was
dead
a
ball.
weird, just like
yeah.
weird shit like
Yeah, that was
that.
weird.
That like then everyone just starts screaming, like
Yeah.
you know. And,
If Tyler yells, I'm gonna yell too.
yeah, no, and I appreciate that about you.
Shocking. Shocking.
I absolutely love that about you. So we were prepared. I thought we did a good job.
No, you guys did great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Austin mentioned this. He said the board should look in the offseason about changing the rule to make it subjective as to whether or not you have to completely redo the play because of when the ball popped. And, yeah, and I was like, my take is, I don't know if I want the refs to have that responsibility.
No, don't give them that
It's like
responsibility.
cleaner.
No, don't.
Just pick a rule and stick with
Yeah.
it.
Then again, if we don't change the rule, I'm just going to be carrying a shiv around with me in right field next season, just in case the ball gets over me.
So, no, going to that game there, it was the second and third inning. It was like 1 out with the bases loaded, and I felt that was the only time that Sure Factor needed to make that move. I think it was like 3-1, 3-0. I believe it was like the top of the fourth inning. It was the bases were loaded, and Paul Peach just get the ball in the air, kick the line drive over to first base and Grant in the foul territory.
Grant was gone this
It was
year.
done. It was someone else at first base. I don't know who it was. And then the next kick,
it
it was
was
like
Elijah.
Eli. And then the next kick was just kick over to left field, and it was out. I felt by not getting any runs and the bases loaded, I thought it's over there. So I know they got one run at Shirt Factory, but on paper, I thought Kansas Tree Care was the better team over Shirt Factory. Which
Yeah, I mean, we had to
Yeah.
give them one run. I mean, we.
oh, stop it, Hannah. Stop it, Hannah. But it's, in the Shirt Factory, they're an old Shirt Factory, not the Shirt Factory of old from yesteryear. So
Old is an age, right?
right.
Anytime you play Shirt Factory, you need to be on your game because, at the end of the day, it's kickball, and they know they've played this game long enough to know the ins
They're
and outs of it.
machines, yeah.
Yeah.
If you come into that diamond and you're making mistakes, they're going to make you pay for
Sure.
it. And at the end of the day, usually when we play that team, especially, it's all going to come down to who makes the most mistakes or who can get the offense rolling.
Right.
And, it's just in those situations where a lot of momentum carries with it, too.
Yeah.
We did get a little flustered with some of the calls throughout it, so they did take some heat through. But I think the refs did well offensively. It was one of those games.
Shirt Factory is like all-time great opportunists. They're like Rick at a varsity track meet recruiting players.
They're good players. They're going to make you pay for it if you
Yeah.
don't know what you're doing out there.
A lot of it, like when you play with the same players for so many years, you've got that connection.
And speaking of that connection, now the question remains: is this the last game in the Shirt Factory's franchise history ever?
I'm sure they'll be
I don't
around
know.
in some capacity
Maybe
next
it
year.
will, but the other guys, the core players, talk about Andy, Tyler, Steve didn't play because he's been hurt all season. And these are guys that, I came up with the same summer of 2004. So 16 summers came up together. It's just, I don't know. I'm also sentimental because I love those guys. I played with them, against them, and ref their games. And great competitors. Also great people, too. So
If they don't play, I hope they pick a team that's ranked like 20 to 30 and combine themselves with that team.
I mean, they're welcome to come join our fan club. I'll get shirts for them.
you think they really joined the fan
have one of
club?
those
Really?
Our shirts are nice.
I believe the shirts are nice.
They're
but,
very nice.
Yeah, so I'll take the shirts. I'm about the fan club part, but no, we'll see
All
with
right.
Shirt Factory. We'll see.
next game, we've got Red Lion 5, Love Garden Squids 7.
Oh.
Whoa.
This was like it was kind of a weird game because two really competitive teams. They have a long history, some like really close games, And not that this one wasn't a close game, but everybody was very nice. almost to the point of being timid. I don't know if it was nervousness or just like looking ahead, both teams
weren't
thinking
drunk
no matter who wins this one, they have to play tree care, so it's like be careful what you wish for kind of thing. But there wasn't a whole lot of rah-rah going on from either side. Everybody was just like kind of going about their business. Nobody was yelling at the refs. There also wasn't a whole lot of close calls or anything like that. There were a couple minor errors here and there by both teams, and I think Love Garden probably capitalized on them better than Lion did. But otherwise, just like a good, solid game by both sides. And Lion was able to get the tying run on base in the bottom of the ninth, but we just, or top of the ninth, sorry, but we just couldn't get it in. So came up a kick late, $1 short. And Love Garden played great. So I had a really fun time in the game. And also, not just because there wasn't a whole lot of close calls, but I thought the refs did an excellent job in this one, especially considering how chippy the teams can be.
Yeah, so I watched this game. There wasn't enough booze on either side for it to get like
We
normally
did
would.
Jello shots before we started.
And there's too much Jello in those shots. But I watched this, and really what I saw was Love Garden was just destroying, or I mean, just their kicks were placed almost perfectly right between their shortstop and second base. Because I watched Lindsay make 3 different crazy. She did the splits at one point trying
lots
to
of
stop the
stops.
ball. Like so many stops. So she's on the ground and she's sliding and to catch things and try and get him to second. And it was just really like their kicks were just where Red Lion wasn't, I guess. So it was really good.
But fun game, hats off to Love Garden. They played great.
Yeah. All right. Semifinals of the Cup. We've got Muddy Waters 15, Geezer's Good Neighbors 10.
Kyle, come on up. Go and destroy Bryson.
Tell us the Geezers is trash.
Go ahead.
This game was actually, it seemed close at certain points. Like they
Yeah,
were within
I-
3 at some point.
So I really wanted to play John Denver again. I
Oh.
wanted some redemption, but no, I'm gonna just go with the same speech. I respect Geezers.
Really?
I
There's the first Nords.
Okay, can I just say, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, after Muddy beat KTC, Pete and I walked over to watch Geezers play Johnny's. We were like, this is gonna be a great game.
Oh, that was a
And they
shitty game.
both played like dog shit. So, both of those teams that we played on Sunday were not the teams that we watched a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
So
with other people, their offense is better.
I was not prepared for Geezers to actually score that many runs.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Yeah, it was. Cougar, quit looking at me like
What?
that.
I'm not looking at you like that. I'm not looking at you. I'm listening to you. I'm not looking at you a different way.
That's how he listens.
I mean,
That's how I listen.
Be careful, Cal. We're going to let the cougar out of the cage.
I'll do this.
Now
talk.
at you
Okay?
like
I'll
your
talk.
dinner.
Go.
I really don't remember a lot of the details of this game.
Just like a
It
flash.
didn't really feel. I mean, it just didn't.
It didn't have the
Feel good.
atmosphere of a close
No.
game, but it was close at points.
Yeah, like it was one of those games where I had no idea what the score was the whole game. I just knew we were up by enough.
It's a good attitude
Didn't
to have.
feel like I could celebrate like going to the championship afterwards, but I've got a few days to make up for that, I guess. So.
No, you're not supposed to celebrate at all unless you win the championship.
Right, okay.
Right.
Yeah, but again, I think, I'm not going to get anyone in trouble for Bryson sliding into anyone's DMs this week, so I'm just going to walk away from the microphone. Good game.
All right.
Being the bigger person.
Well said.
There you go.
All right. Anything else? Anyone else see it?
I got nothing else.
Nothing? All right. Next game. Kansas Tree Care 8. Love Garden Squids 0.
The only shout out of the day. Wow.
Only shout out.
Only shout out of the day.
This has got to be the fastest game in tournament history, hands down. The game started at 10:10, 10:15, which is 45 minutes behind schedule, and was the first quote-unquote 9:30 game done.
Yeah.
What time did it was over?
Soon.
Yeah, it was about 11, right when we ended.
50 minutes.
To compare I ref that game, but the Eels and whatever the other
Jayhawk CrossFit.
Jayhawk CrossFit, their game was only like in the 7th when KTC got done. So to start with this, I wasn't even supposed to be reffing. I was just out there hanging out. But Grant from Harpies came and asked me to help ref because we had a strong feeling this game was going to need it. It was going to be a tough game. One of the teams or both teams told one of the Harpies not to ref because he might have been too intoxicated. Anyways, we were all expecting this to be just a clusterfuck. Dan, quote unquote, said he'd take the dick and play or ref first base, which he had the easiest calls. I think I had tougher calls over 3.
You did.
But I will say this is one of the fastest, nicest, most well-executed games I've ever had a pleasure of watching and reffing in my history. And it was insane because I played Love Garden earlier in the year, and, they're a good team, clearly. KTC, it's just a different level. And I'm not trying to be a fanboy of KTC by any means, but it was insane to watch you guys play. The methodical efficiency of how everything went down, transpired. The only one fuck up was when Alex tried to pop the ball up to you, but he never gave you a heads up for it, and he just kind of did it, and nobody was ready for it. Other than that, and he could have caught it. I told him afterwards, he's like, I had my hands on it. I was just trying to have fun with it. That was the only miscue your team had. It was insane to watch.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's almost basically a perfect game, almost.
it was, defensively,
No faults.
from the very beginning, it was every single person on that field was locked in. I mean, Lou was making plays. I think there were 2 separate plays where Angela caught a tipped ball off of Kenny, one, and then Lou on another one, one of which ended an inning, I believe, as well.
Both of those were from the same person, Walker. And
Yeah.
after the second time, you could see just the utter defeat in his eyes from that happening twice.
Their leadoff started the inning 3 times, and their 3-hole ended the inning 3 times, the first, 4th, and 7th inning. So it just whatever was going on, like bounces going our way. Every single person on the field made a play at some point that just defensively we were locked in. And then offensively, you've got to make your, pick your spots against Squids. They make plays. And Love Garden, had a few openings that we got base runners on, and then people executed kicks when we needed them big time. We chipped away at it. We didn't, hang up a 5-burger or anything on the, big inning. We just chipped away at it and continued to grow the lead as, defensively, it just seemed like it got better and better and better as we went in. But no one was taking many pitches either because we started at 10-10.
Yeah, everyone wanted to get it over with, honestly, because the game beforehand went so late.
I appreciate the 1-2 pitch kick. It was amazing. I was watching games earlier, and I literally counted to 12 pitches. It was like, ugh.
Yeah, I don't know if that was by design or anything, but defensively we were locked in. Offensively, and no one really took many pitches, but
I just remember
I got
yelling.
to enjoy a great game standing either at the first base coach or in our dugout. So it was really, I'm honestly not jealous at all. Well, slightly frustrated not to be out there playing, but it was one of the coolest things to watch if you're not able to play because it was just cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was yelling Grant who because he was out of town, and Eli stepped up and played our first baseman.
He did amazing.
He was
Huge.
fire. I mean, it was so
Was that his first time?
impressive.
Yeah, no, so that happened because they learned this year you don't let Peter or Brian play first base. So immediately Eli was doing it. He had a couple innings the week before, and then just came out and
It was
balled
impressive.
out today.
It was
So wait, so
impressive.
that's why I heard that you guys experimented against Free State to put against Eli first base, knowing I guess Grant would be out of town.
'cause,
Yeah.
That's what I heard. Ah.
we were preparing.
Please correct me wrong. Didn't Noah bases loaded bunt somebody in, or did he just move him to 3? I thought at one point.
No,
it
Noah.
was a cheeky bunt
Noah
somewhere
actually
there.
executed a bunt up 1
That's what it was.
and moved runners and got on base. He bunted up 1, and it was
And he
a
might not even
flawlessly
remember.
perfect bunt that just rolled on the chalk.
Yeah, that's what it
So
was. Thank you.
yeah, it wasn't a bases loaded, but he bunted up 1 and moved the runners with they were on first and second.
Yeah.
So
Like I said, it was.
Lit.
Like if
He was
somebody had
tucked
never
in.
watched kickball and that was the first game to watch, the bar was too high for them to watch any other games. It was crazy to watch.
Tucked in shirt Noah means business. Like
Yeah.
if that shirt's tucked in.
No, it was
telling
funny.
you right now.
Earlier at 5 o'clock, he said he was going to die because he went out drinking with the Peach
Oh,
Brothers.
he showed up drunk.
He was
Yeah, he's
still
like,
drunk.
I'm gonna go lay in the field and I'm gonna die out there. He was convinced
I think he puked
today
in the
was the
parking
last.
lot.
I'm sure he did. But he's sending the guy his second.
that's-
wife.
Party boy.
That's lovely.
Kick it to him.
That's lovely visual. Thanks. Great.
Fun game though, very fun game, and you gotta love Garden because they're all
God, I love that team.
good people. We had a good time. I don't think any of us really argued most. Like
I was yelling
refs-
at one point, but then I realized the score, and Kenny gave me that look. I simmered down.
yeah,
Okay. Kenny has a look. It worked.
Sometimes I listen to Kenny.
You actually listen to people?
Yeah, Kenny or Noah. If they tell me to chill,
Okay.
I'll.
I thought you were on your best behavior.
I was that game. Yeah,
Yeah.
That is our best behavior.
That is our best behavior.
the best I got.
Shall we have a brief musical interlude here for the midway point? Do you ask Cougars?
Sure, let's
some
do
Ask
it.
Cougars,
Let's
yeah.
bring the Ask Cougars.
Does anybody out there have a
Anybody
question they want to
me a
ask
question?
Cougar?
Anybody out
It
there?
could
Don't
be
shy.
anything. Literally
It could be
anything.
anything. Oh God, Derek, what is it? Here we go.
I kind of shot the question a couple weeks ago about the league aging out and the future of the league. I'm asking you, Cougar.
Yes, sir.
When do you see yourself hanging up the cleats for good?
That's a great question. Over the past 2 years, I've really cut down on my playing time, especially this season. I think there's a lot of games where I would play defense once maximum and kick once, and that's it. Maybe defense twice and kick once, that's it. I think that's really helping me last a bit longer and not get burned out, physically and mentally and so forth. Because if I would continue like going regularly, kick, all the innings or most innings and kick twice, because I always split kick. I never put myself by myself. I would be burned out and all that. So hopefully another year or two. We don't know. I don't know. I'm still in my late 30s. I'm hoping my Asianness would help me age better, but I have no
You
idea.
don't have to worry about that till like 65.
It absolutely
Just
will.
hit you once.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that?
I said they'll 65, and then they'll just hit you. All
Oh yeah, 65 years old. We just drop off a cliff like bah, and all that. So all the Asians in the KVK are half Asians. Yeah, by 65 we're fucked.
So
Aging-wise.
follow-up question: pending life changes and moving and stuff, do you see yourself being like a Rick McNeely and just base coaching and doing that if you actually physically retire?
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I could just do base coaching. That's essentially what I'm doing right now. It's just base coaching and like doing lineups. Oh, I could absolutely do that. I'd be more than happy just literally just stay on the sidelines and that's it. With that, I'll still be yelling. I'll still be yelling at people or yelling. Period.
We're gonna Cougar and I are gonna retire together and take the podcast on the road. We're gonna do a nationwide tour, bringing kickball to smaller communities throughout the United States.
There you go. Yes, that's right. Yeah. Yes, Marisa.
Okay, so talking about retirement and stuff, you've brought up a lot this season about this might possibly be the Shirt Factory's last game, and every time you bring it up, you kind of almost have a little tear in your eye. So I want to know, could you share your feelings on what that looks like if they do actually retire?
What that looks like?
Or how do you feel about it? Share your feelings. You need a shoulder. I don't know.
I'll tell you what happened there. Is like after the game, I talked to some of those guys. I talked to Tyler. I talked to Andy, and even the guys I don't think would retire, like John and Paul. Like I got emotional. I was like, look, it's like, if this is the last game at all, like what a awesome run it is. Because there's no other team out there, and I know KTC how great you guys are. You have 3 championships, about to go your 4th, and maybe get 5 or 6. Who knows? But there will not be a team, have this great of a run as Lawrence Shirt Factory from the bottom up. 5 championships, 3 total undefeated seasons, and 3 other undefeated regular seasons that, of course, they lost in the tournament, and making this at least the semifinals from 2007 until last year, 2018. A period of 11 years of making the semifinals. So yeah, that's right. Shirt Factory failed to make the semifinals first time since 06. That's 13 years. That's just bonkers. How great of a thing it's like. And emotional. Yeah, I am emotional. I love all the teams in the league. I really do. I really do. But like Shirt Factory, yeah, I get emotional because like the same summer we all came together and I got to know those guys. Even at first, I didn't like those guys playing against them. We lost in the semifinals. But knowing those guys there, I get how they're wired. And yeah, they're great competitors, and I know people think they're dicks and so forth. And they have that reputation. But off the field, they're really good people. They really are. It's just on the field.
They may be dicks, but they have towels for it, and they wipe it off when the game is over.
Exactly.
That is very true. Very true. So, yeah, that's just how I feel about the short factories.
They are an institution.
They are.
I hope they don't go. Fuck all that noise. Play till you're 80.
If they get that far. So, we'll see what happens. I don't know. So.
Yeah, let's do. Sean put a bunch on here. Let's do one. How do you pump yourself up for games, podcasts, work, daily life?
How do I pump myself up?
I know that you pump yourself up for games by drinking milk. Do you still do that?
No, I don't do it anymore. I used to drink milk. Yeah, this is a weird superstition. One time, it was 2007, I pulled a muscle, my calf when I was running to first. I know it's weird. And I heard about this, like, if lactic acid, you would drink milk, it would help that. So I was like, fine, I'll drink milk for the past few seasons, and I haven't got hurt.
I think that's just from the big milk conglomerate.
Yeah, I guess so. But I don't know why I stopped. Like, maybe 2 years ago, I stopped doing that. I had compression socks where I haven't gotten hurt. Granted, I cut down on my playing time, so I've got hurt. What's that? Ted hose? Okay, sure. So I don't get pumped up before games. I don't really do that. No, not really.
So you're more like a careless whisper before you get out of the car kind of guy?
No. I don't listen to that or that song that YouTube karaoke, the distant beforehand. It's a good song, but no, I don't do that.
Okay.
To work, to life, to school, I don't put myself up. I just go there. Especially in the morning. I'm barely awake. I'm the world's worst morning person, where my eyes are barely open. It's like, ugh. So
you're just up to 11 all the time, Cougar.
Yeah. If I have an 11, sure. I don't know. So
you're always at it, Cougar.
I appreciate Avery Brow's question, but I'm not going to ask it.
Yes, agreed.
What is it? What is it? Right. Just ask the damn question.
Since you asked me to ask it, Cougar, would you rather sit on a dick while eating a cake or sit on a cake while eating a dick?
Easy, eating a cake. That is so damn easy. I got a sweet tooth.
That's the quickest, simple answer to a difficult question I've
I
ever
got a
heard.
sweet tooth. I thought it was something much worse than that. Oh, no, eat a cake. Oh, that's easy. Cake's delicious. Cake's delicious. Kidding me? Yeah.
I don't know,
care.
man.
I don't care if I'm sitting on a dick. I don't care.
I'm going to disagree with
I
you
got
because
cake. I'm eating cake.
the latter
It's fine.
Contains
I'm
more
eating
discomfort.
cake. It's fine.
Tim's
I can ignore the
broken.
other part.
Tim's broken.
Yeah.
He's really only concerned about the
You okay,
cake.
Tim?
We know where his priorities lie. My question is, Cougar.
Yes.
Should there ever be a KV Kale for kids, would you be involved or be told to stay away?
After the cake
Kale for
question.
kids?
After the cake question.
Was that a question about his restraining order? Or? Okay.
KV Kale for kids. Wow.
I'm sure he can clean it up. I've seen him clean it up.
No, I'll clean it up. No. Whenever those kids are around, I don't curse. I'm very serious. I really don't curse. I say barnacles and all that. I love SpongeBob.
Barnacles?
I love SpongeBob.
That's pretty good.
That just makes me happy.
Yeah,
that you say barnacles.
Yeah, I do. I love SpongeBob. There. You can do KV Kale for kids because just like any sport like that, I know KV Kale's not really a major sport like baseball, basketball. It teaches you a lot of things, teamwork and this and this. So KV Kale
Trash
kids.
talk.
No trash talk. No.
It's an important part of the game.
No.
Sex.
No.
We'll bring you in.
Oh, please don't, Hannah.
You can
don't
do
put
a
the bad seeds to the minds of the other
Yeah. You
kids.
do a co-clinic with Never Be. You guys can teach psychological warfare.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Oh
we
my gosh.
have the garbage human being thing cornered.
Garbage, human garbage.
You know what? If you're gonna do KVL kids, just leave it for those who are more of a pure mindset. Sorry, Hannah. Sorry, Ben. No, just don't. Leave it to Peter. Peter would do well. Peter would do well. A pure mindset. Nicole's out there. She would do well teaching the kids. Yeah, more pure mindset, teaching kids, all that. Others, no.
I'd actually really be down to see that, like even just before the championship games,
Yeah.
get all the kids out for a little scrimmage. That would be hilarious. So many kids that show up and watch. I mean, they would love it.
Well, you see some games there at halftime. You have these like Pop Warner like teams that play like little games, like mini games, like at a halftime. So why
I mean,
not?
isn't that how Lady Bird got their team?
We could have a little kids game and throw out actual Jello.
Yeah.
Orange
Without
slices.
booze in it.
Orange slice, Capri
Orange
Sun,
slices,
and Capri
obviously.
Sun, and Capri Sun.
It's in the works.
It's
I
in the
don't
works.
think we
okay.
should throw Capri Sun. We don't know how good those kids' hands are.
Good point. Little what? Little box of
Thanks, Cal.
cereal. There you go. I
Yeah,
like
let's
that.
just get them all sugared up.
What do you think? Should we jump?
We're ready.
We're ready.
Ready?
Yep.
All right. All right. For the boot final, we have Mahomies versus the Electric Cake Eels.
Yep.
Stinky Pete, who you got?
Me first. All right.
4 o'clock. 4 o'clock.
Honestly, I've never even played Mahomies because that's the first game I was supposed to ever play, and we were all in Denver last year, so never actually watched.
Stop.
either
Yeah,
of
thanks,
these
Peter.
teams.
Thanks, Peter.
I've basically knowing who I know that are on both of these teams and seeing who they've played, I think I'm going to have to go with Eels.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going with the Eels.
Whoa.
I'm last.
I'm going with the Mahomies, right? Who won last time? You guys won last time, right?
We won last time in 7-3.
Yeah,
And
that's
so far, some of the other rematches for the quarterfinals have gone the way of the winner that
Yeah.
won the previous, won the second.
It was the first
Right.
half of the tournament. It was 50-50.
Was 50-50.
Since then, it's been
But this
hedging
is the
towards
finals.
repeats. Team that won the first one wins the second one.
Yeah, and
The
to be
stats
fair,
aren't in
and,
your
and to
way.
be fair, the one team that got revenge on the team that beat him the first time this past week was the Eels. It
true.
was the Eels.
It could be on
they
the
they
revenge
lost to JR
tour.
CrossFit in week 10, and they beat them in the semifinals of the boot. Yep. Fair is fair. Yep.
And especially with Mahomes, you know how he played against the Steelers today.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
That game's still going on.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm going to go with, my first team, Mahomies.
I will. This is a left side, right side of the table kind of thing. I am going Mahomies also to get their second boot, or Cougar Cup as I like to call
Oh,
it.
stop it. It's not the Cougar Cup.
They've got.
Boy, that's-
I think Eels is a fun team, and so
Yeah.
is Mahomies. I think Mahomies has the best player on the field in a game like this. I think that matters. So
Yeah.
I'm going Mahomies.
Yeah.
But they also have the worst.
That's me, right?
No.
No, it's not Hobber. Leave him alone.
No, yeah, Jeff Hobber, he sucks.
Oh, will you stop it? Leave him alone. Stop. No. Let's see. The only time, like I said, we lost to the Eels, I screwed up with the lineup and put like 4 females and 12 in the lineup, and we lost. And I said, never again. I'm not doing that. I haven't since. And you know what? Call it sexist. You know what? I screwed up. So since then, I didn't do that. And my team has beaten the Eels. In fact, in the finals 3 years ago, we beat them 11-0. We beat them 7-3 this last week 10. You know what? Mahomes by 1 there. Yeah, Mahomes by 1.
Bring your sign for the scoreboard because
I
we
will.
have somebody working it the whole day.
I will bring that.
Everybody listening,
Bring
if
your
you're playing in
signs.
one of these games, bring your signs.
So yeah.
BYOB, bug spray, beer, and pick up your own trash.
So
Also, we got good refs for all these games.
yeah.
Fuck yeah!
So yeah. So
Thank
what's
you,
that?
Aaron.
So Mahomes, Eels, Redlegs, Blackstack, Chalmers's, Lady Bird, Muddy Waters, and KTC. Please bring your signs for the games.
Yeah, I mean,
Please.
the whole party starts at 4 p.m., everybody, and it's not going to end till the late at night.
Yep.
We got finals all day.
Yep.
Speaking of,
Yes,
do
sir.
we...
What's the side bet?
Ooh.
Get on the mic. What do you want? Come in, Kevin. By the way,
Don't
hi,
point
Kevin.
up here without coming to the mic.
Can I bet on the side
I
of
know,
the
I
side
know.
bet?
Oh boy. By the way, hi, Kevin.
Let's do a side bet.
What's the side bet, Kevin?
If we win, I
Yes.
will get a tattoo of an eel.
Yes.
And if you win, you get a tattoo of Patrick.
No, you know why? You know why I won't do it? Here's the problem. You know why I won't do it? I will never get tattooed. I don't like needles.
Yeah, I don't
No,
Tattoo
I
of
will
Nick
not get
Warner.
tattooed. No, I'm serious. I will.
Tattoo of Nick
No
Warner's
tattoo.
face.
No, No tattoos.
How about
I'm a strict no tattoo on myself for life.
how about this?
Period.
If you lose, you have to get a henna tattoo of Hobber.
I'm okay with it.
On your
Yeah,
neck.
no, I'm okay with it too, and I've got virgin skin. There's
There you
nothing
go,
on
yeah.
here, so I'm putting it on.
Oh,
the
you
line.
just want to be able to get a eel tattoo.
No, I really
You're
don't.
into it now.
My wife will be so pissed, but no, it'll be awful. But think about it.
Oh,
No, there's no
Says
thinking
yes.
about it.
Henna,
It's right now.
henna.
It's not
They're not
even
going to
real.
poke you with anything.
It'll just be there for
sticks
a
around
Dude,
for
I
like
have
a
to wear a
couple days.
suit to work. I can't have it like visible. So hopefully,
Well, yeah,
it'll
no,
be my
we'll put it
sleeve.
on your
It'll put my
chest.
sleeve. No.
Yeah, no.
Sleeve is fine.
Yeah,
Whatever.
no. We'll do a big one, and the nipples will be his eyeballs.
Oh, yes.
God damn it.
That is a face that could scare small children.
Ever since
Yeah, yeah.
He doesn't have
awful idea, Tim. Absolutely not. Out of the question. No.
Maybe
No
if
needles.
There's cake
No.
involved.
Yeah, cake. Yeah. No. Not in the amount of cake will make me go with a Brazilian wax or a full-on tattoo. No. Absolutely not. I'm no fun. No.
I find it hard to believe you don't like.
No
you
amount
have,
of cake. No amount.
No amount of cake. I don't do needles. I don't do needles. No tattoos. Absolutely not. Yeah, no needles.
I
Yes,
find
Kevin.
I find it comical
Yes,
that you
Kevin.
you won't take a needle, but you would rather eat the cake.
Yeah, I know. I'm weird. You know me for 60s. You know how odd I am. You know. So.
All
Yes,
kidding
Kevin.
aside, though, I think it's pretty awesome that there's probably not two people in the league who aren't on the board that do more for the league than Cougar and Kristen. So it's cool that
Oh, jeez.
their two teams are going to be matching up, and we'll beat you. I'm sorry.
Cute. That's cute. I like that.
Thank you, Kevin. Thanks for that. Thanks for that.
You
kind
guys
words.
should get matching tattoos.
That was the
No.
sweetest bit of
No,
trash
okay.
talk
No,
I've heard in
no
a while.
tattoos. No tattoos. No.
Cougar, you have to have a high pain tolerance. You put up with me every week.
That's not physical pain. That's not physical pain.
Yeah.
Oh, he just
Yes.
buried it
Oh
deep
yeah.
down
Oh
inside.
gosh. No, it's not physical
Emotional
pain.
pain.
Yeah.
bury
Emotional
it
pain.
deep inside
Emotional
and
pain.
never talk
Hey,
about it
I'm
again.
Asian. We can bury our emotional pain into the depths of hell. We can do it. But physical pain with me, no.
Totally healthy. Totally.
Totally healthy. Yeah, exactly. That's why we're soulless bastards, my peoples.
For your health.
Oh my God.
No, we are. So.
All right. 5:30 p.m. Battling for the Diana plate, we have Lady Bird Harpies versus Chalmerses.
Lady Bird.
This is the first time both of them have made the appearance in the plate final.
It's
This
gonna
is
be a
the
really
first time
good,
ever, right?
really good game.
I don't think Lady Bird's ever made it to the plate final, have they? No.
Oh,
So
yeah,
how about
that's
this?
the,
First timers. First timers.
The other thing, if you currently have one of the trophies, bring it with you.
Oh yeah.
Actually, Marisa won the plate last year, so it's currently in my house. I'm seriously considering painting a mustache on that thing.
Oh no. So what's that? The Rockets bring back the boots. King Esses bring back the plate. Love Garden bring back the Twain, and KTC eventually bring back the cup.
I think the board
I
has
mean,
the
the
cup.
new fancy
already. No.
trophy.
Don't break it if you win it.
It's twerk proof now.
It's what?
Twerk proof now? It's so heavy. It's so huge. Try
It's pretty
and break
big.
it.
I've been in the household. I've seen it. It's big.
So what do we think about this? Should I start?
Yeah.
You did, right? Hannah already said, right?
Yeah, I already said
put
Lady Bird.
She already said Lady
Okay.
Bird. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even know.
I think the defense of Chalmers wins this game, and I think it's going to be a low-scoring affair.
Most fuckable over most eatable.
That sounds great.
Those could also be combined. I mean, just
I was gonna
depending
say,
on-
yeah.
I don't know. Fuck it. I think Lady Bird's going to come out on this one. I really do.
By the way, this is the only game for this Sunday that is not a rematch. Not a rematch. So Lady Bird and Chalmers have not played each other. I'm with you, Ben. I think the defense of Chalmers, even though they don't score runs against the great teams, the defense with the hang their hat on, I think that's going to prevail in the end for Chalmers. And we all know Pan said Lady Bird, so Pete.
Yeah, I think for me it's going to be Lady Bird as well. I think the offense for them shows up, and I think their defense is going to be. Chalmers has struggled to score runs all year,
Right.
is what it seems, and they've had some good runs now. But I think when they run into Lady Bird and what's been going on with them the past few games, if it gets going early for them, it could be interesting.
It's true because Chalmers they do not come back from behind very well.
No. Chalmers
They
is
don't
going to
do
have
well.
to get in
They
front
don't.
early, and
They're
if
front
Lady
runners,
Bird
yeah.
gets out early in front, I think they're just going to ride the momentum all the way through. Grant's got them moving. They're moving.
Yeah.
They can land kicks. That offense is going to be pretty lethal.
Yeah. Tim?
Already called Lady Bird.
No, next game.
Oh, everyone else already said. Oh God, I'm just out of it.
This is good. Looking at the comps real quick, just like Lady Bird only lost to Rats by 1, right? And that was the best team they had played in a while because they got stuck, on a
Not even a walk-off. Thank you,
And
Stacey.
Rats beat Chalmers in a relatively close game, if I remember right. I don't have it in front of me. So I think this could be really interesting.
Really good
It'll
game.
be fun.
It's
Fun
finals,
5:30.
baby. Finals, baby.
Yep.
All right. Speaking of 7:15, Hobbs Park. We have the Twain final, Red Legs versus Black Stag.
The game that nobody wants to ref.
Well, I'm reffing it.
Yeah.
I'm reffing it.
I believe it's the first time finals are both Black Stag and Red Legs in the Twain final. First timers, just like Chalmers and Lady Bird, first timer in the plate.
Yep.
And this is also a rematch game in which Black Stag beat Red Legs 9-2 in the last game in the regular season, week 5. So there you go.
What was the score?
9-2. 9-2.
All right.
No, I don't think it'll be a shutout. No.
Black Stag kind of seems like they're on a mission now that they're
Yeah.
in this.
Yeah.
And Red Legs are really good.
Yeah.
They're really good, yeah.
Yeah, I think Black Stag might just be a little too much for them.
Yeah.
It seems like a middle of the 1, top of the 2s kind of difference here. So I'd say Black Stag wins it by 3.
Playing Red Legs twice and haven't had to play Black Stag, formerly Wildman, like from years ago. Black Stag is a different team from when I played them, but I don't know. I think just Black Stag has just got it a little bit more. I think Red Legs kick really crisp. I think their offense is really good. They can be quick on the bases and everything, but I think that Black Stag's offense is going to be a little bit better. They're going to be able to kick more consistently into gaps, and that's how they're going to win this game.
If I see the Black Stag against Hearthstone D-Holes, I win 18-5. I think, I don't think Red Legs have a very little chance of winning. I think Black Stag, they both can kick. If it gets close, I always, trust more Black Stag than Red Legs in close games because, they lost the lead to Sure Factory in the week 10, and of course, they lost that lead to Johnny's over in the second round. Exactly. So I'm going to go Black Stag. No, Black Stag by 5. Yeah.
I love both these teams so much, but I'm going to spice it up. I'm going to say Red Legs.
Okay, then.
Ooh. I think I'm going to have to go with the offense of Black Stag. I think they're going to do pretty well. And defensively, I think as long as they don't make mistakes, they're going to be just fine. I think they're just going to be a little bit too much from top to bottom on the lineup, and they're going to put runs on the board. So it could be, I think it's definitely going to be closer than it was in the regular season. I think it's probably going to be, if I had to say it, probably Black Stag by 2.
2?
I think it will get close, just in terms of Red Legs has been playing very well of late. So they will. As long as they stay close, they're not going to be out of it. They're going to keep going.
All right.
Go Caw Valley.
Yeah, buddy. All right. Before we get to the Cup final, let's give a big shout out, of course, to our sponsor for tonight, Kansas Tree Care, 785-843-8733. Or you can get a hold of them at kansastreecare.com, kansastreecare@gmail, or on Facebook, Kansas Tree Care. Pretty simple. If you don't know what they do, they care for trees. There you go. And then, of course, a big shout out to our venue, Jazz House, 926 and a half Mass. We've all been coming up here for quite some time, enjoying a lot of laughs. So thank you, Rick, and the Jazz House crew for dealing with us, and, hope to come back again. All right.
Can we say, Do we give Jazz House the most pleasantly surprising team of the season moniker?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, audience. All right. Everybody's here. All right.
All right.
But the biggest pleasant surprise? Yeah, I would say so.
I would say that.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure.
there's a lot of good candidates out there.
I just think the jump they made year over year. I think the other one I would throw in there is Johnny's, based on the strength of some of their victories. But I think the jump they made year over year is probably Jazz House.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The two J's.
We'll just see how Jazz House. I know this. Rick said they're all graduating from college. They'll be back for the summer. Like how they can build on this, big jump from threes to the ones. If they can build up on the momentum, it's gonna be tough because being the ones. I mean, it's a dog-eat-dog world. I mean, you guys know at KTC, that's why you guys are the best because you're seasoned. And Muddy Waters the first time you're seasoned. It's tough. Whether they're gonna stay that tough, we'll see.
Tough for some.
Tough for some, yeah.
All right. So, of course,
Second story.
for the Cup final, 9:15, Hobbs, be there. Woo!
Woo, woo, woo.
We've got Muddy Waters versus Kansas Tree Care. Haven't seen this in a bit.
Rematch! Let's see. 17-2. 17-2.
Good question, Rick. Good question.
The score was 17-2. Yeah, well. The score a couple weeks ago.
We forgot.
The score was,
They're
I will
looking.
tell you,
They're looking.
5-4.
Yeah.
Week 9.
Yeah.
5-4, week 9, Muddy Waters.
If KTC
Muddy
plays
Waters.
like they did last Sunday, I don't think a team of 10 Jesuses is beating them.
So, by the way, this is the first time a rematch in the championship game since 2015-2016 between KTC and Red Lion. I mean, Sure Factory and Red Lion. And the only time, the team that lost the championship the year before won the next year was Love Garden 2007. So it's been a while since you guys a team, get their vengeance in the championship game the year after.
Wait, what was that?
In 2007, Love Garden. In 2006, they lost to Eastsiders 2006 in the championship game. 2007, those two teams met again.
Oh, okay, so it's the only rematch.
It's a rematch,
Okay,
and
gotcha.
then Love Garden got their vengeance.
Right, because I was going to say there are teams that lost a champ game and then
Yeah,
won
yeah,
next
but
year.
never got the vengeance the year
Okay.
after. Yeah, so they got the chance, never got it. So, who wants to pick? I'm going. 5 Sure Factory titles. Yes. Yep. KTC has 3. Yes. Yeah, Jayhawk Guttering and Pita Pit.
The
Yeah.
Lawrence Shirt Factory franchise.
Yes.
There are exactly 2. No, there's 2 Twain titles.
2
for
Twain
the Red
titles.
Lion.
2 Twain titles. There you go. I have 0 titles. How about you, Tim?
0 titles.
Yeah.
Wait, did we? Nope.
I got 2. I got 0 titles too. All right, Cal, what you got?
There we go.
Before all of you pick against Muddy,
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go.
I plan to keep the McKee boys out really late Saturday night. We'll play some
boy.
showdown
Oh,
till
please do.
5,
Please
6 in the
do.
morning.
Why?
They play the best like that.
Like I
whatever.
said, KTC's scary and wonderful and beautiful and smart and whatever. Yeah, no, I think if Lucas, Isaac, Trey, what's that guy's name? Jimmy.
Jimmy, yes.
Did I say Isaac?
Yes, you did.
Eli,
You okay, Cal?
Eli, Jess, me, Nicole, Shane. You guys don't even know about Shane.
I've heard of him.
Ryan,
Whoa.
Chris.
Whoa.
We've seen him. It's not like you guys are playing in an ice
Tyler,
boxer.
I think we'll be okay. I think it's not going to be 17-2. That's
I hope
either
not.
way. If we lose, it won't be by 15, and I will go home a winner either way. So,
Vegas agrees with you.
thank you. That's all I'm going to say. Is I love. I'm just happy to be there again with my favorite people. So,
All right.
Cougar, thank you for not looking at me like.
You're welcome. Snort number 3. There.
Count them.
I had over 2.5.
2.5. Oh, there you
Okay.
go.
Yeah,
Ben
you
wins.
did.
2.5. There you go.
Who's going first?
I don't
I'm
want
not-
to pick
I'm
this
not.
game. Let's just let it sit here forever.
Yeah, let's make this the longest podcast. We'll talk about other things.
All right, I'll go.
Hey, Pete, what's going on in your life?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
So besides there being a lot of kickball, there is.
We all know that I can come back up and talk about money for 40 more minutes if you need me to.
We don't need a repeat of that
I
podcast,
will
Cal.
just
Go sit
say,
back down.
I will just say, Ben Hutnick was at my bar like 10 weeks ago and said, it'll be KTC Muddy in the ship and it'll be you guys. So whatever he has to say tonight, I just remember.
I
what
picked
he
you
said
guys.
to me.
I picked Muddy by one
Maybe
when we
I
filled out our brackets.
Maybe I overserved you.
Muddy by one.
But yeah, we will always have that moment.
You always overserve me. That's why I love that bar.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what we call filler while we're just killing time here. And I just want to let everyone know out in podcast land that Fall Ball Kickball League is coming back for its 8th year. And I started texting people, and within an hour, I had 18 teams. And so it looks like we're going to have about, and I've had a few more people, so we could end up hitting our max at 24.
Nice.
All games at YSC, league fees are $200, open roster. You only have to have, each team only has to provide one ref, you exchange the scorebook, and everybody's really, really nice.
Yeah, and drunk.
Yeah.
Hey, Rick, where can they find
And you can whore out. You can whore out. You can play
And
in other
where can
teams.
you find the league information on the Fall Ball League, sir?
On the FBKL Facebook page.
Fall ball.
Yeah.
Just type in
Kickball,
FBKL
Facebook
or
page.
Yeah,
on the search engine?
Fall ball.
Or Fall Ball Kickball
Fall Ball
League.
Kickball
yeah.
League. Okay.
If kickball was casual sex, it would be fall ball.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. If kickball was interchangeable sex, it would be fall ball.
Right.
Oh yeah. Only one bunt an inning.
Yes, and then the most significant rule, the one bunt per inning rule.
Yeah.
Some people hate it. Virtually everyone really, really loves it, and it makes the game a lot more fun when you're playing the outfield.
Keeps it moving.
Yeah. Fall ball's pretty fun with that.
Yeah. Thanks, Rick.
So if you know people that want to get into kickball, fall ball is a great way to get them in. They'll get lots of game time.
They won't
'cause
get yelled at
they're
as
not-
much.
They won't get yelled as much because not many people care. You really get a lot.
They
of
won't
game
lose
time.
40-2.
Yep.
Okay, I got to say one more thing is that there's been so many people in KVKL who came into the league through fall ball, including, Ben's one of them, Tim's one of them. The very
drunk
first
during
year
fall
that we had fall ball, a friend said, hey, I got the friends who are KU rugby team and they want to play. And I'm like, okay, great, bring them in. And Austin Wagner, little Dick, was the captain, and it was great to meet Austin and hang out with Austin. And the thing that was the funniest thing about the KU rugby team, they were incredible athletes, incredible. And they knew absolutely nothing about ball diamond or baseball or what to do. And so you'd have these guys make these incredible sliding, diving catches in the outfield that were amazing. And then they'd get up and throw the ball to the wrong base and 3 runs would score.
Yes. Yes. Now that might not have anything to do with the octobong that was in the dugout, but that's pretty spot on, Rick. Are we still picking?
Yes, we are.
We didn't just do that?
No, we
I
did
thought
not.
we did.
Nobody has picked a game.
No, actually, here, let's do this. Everybody out there, let's get a show of hands for the people that think KTC is going to win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
17,
6.
27, 28.
All right, now raise your hand for Muddy.
31, 32.
1, 2,
Tim voted
3,
twice.
4. I see. Yeah, Maurice's too. I got, looks like 6-4 from here. That sounds about right. I mean, KTC did win last year.
Yeah.
I'll go first. Okay, so this is an amazing matchup. I think it's the matchup. If you weren't going to play in the championship game, this should be the matchup you wanted to see.
Yeah.
It should be the one that everybody was zoned in on since the first week of the season.
Yeah.
And I think we were just blessed to get it. So I'm really looking forward to Sunday. I have all the respect in the world for KTC, and I think it's going to be a nearly impossible task to beat them. But I did tell Cal that I thought they could win it. I did pick Muddy by 1E when we filled out our tournament brackets. And Jimmy's the kind of guy that wins hardware. So He is a primetime player, and I think having been in the championship last year will make this a much more interesting game anyway. So I'm sticking with what I said before, Muddy by 1.
Muddy Waters' team has definitely grown so much more than who they were last time in the finals when they played KTC. But that being said, Cal, I don't have a T-shirt for Muddy Waters, but I have a T-shirt from Kansas Tree Care. So, Kansas Tree Care by a little.
I like it.
By a little bit.
You have to pick a number.
2.
Okay. All right. Let's see. This is the 5th appearance by KTC in the Cup final, which is second most all time. Like I said, first time that same teams.
They're just going to pick their team.
What's that?
It's their game.
It's their game. Okay.
They earn the right to pick last.
They'll be last.
They're in the game.
That's right. First time the two teams go back-to-back years in the finals since like the Red Line Share Factory in 15-16. Let's see. Like I mentioned, and no other team has ever gone back-to-back championships ever, except for the Share Factory franchise. They've done it 3 times: 08, 09, and then 14, 15, 16. Real quick. For 9th year in a row, myself and Dr. Mike Anderson of Geezer Grenada, we're going to be broadcasting the KBKL Championship Game broadcast. Woo! We're doing it again. We're doing the broadcast of the final. So I'm pretty sure it's on KD to make it happen with Jackie and all. Mike's on board.
I'm sure we can just get a computer up there and Facebook Live it if we have to. I'm sure it's not going to be that tough.
Yeah. No suits. I'll make a polo shirt, but no suits.
Suit shorts.
You guys should wear shirts for the respective teams.
Oh. Interesting. Okay.
Loser has to
and
sit
since
on
I'm on
a
the broad
dick and eat a cake.
Or sit on a cake and eat a dick.
All right. So anyways, since I'm doing the broadcast, as a former journalism student at KU, didn't get there, who am I going to pick? I'm not going to pick a game. I'm abstaining.
Fuck you!
Nope. Can't do it. I'm calling the game. I cannot pick a team. Nope. As a former journalism student, I got to keep the
Whisper in my
it doesn't
ear
mean that.
what you pick.
No.
Kansas Tree Care? Okay.
Cougar,
I abstain.
This entire thing is a moral vacuum. I mean, you
That's
don't have
fine.
to maintain your journalistic
But you know what?
integrity.
I got morals as a former journalism student. I'm going to keep those morals. I abstain. I abstain. I'm sorry. You know, I'm not sorry. I'm abstaining. I'm not.
Yeah.
No. Nope. This is bullshit. I did this last year anyways. I abstained from picking. Remember?
Yeah, I think I said the same shit out in the field. It's bullshit.
Yeah, well, you feel what you want, but I got morals and integrity as a journalism student. I do. All right, go ahead, Pete. Go ahead, Hannah.
So last year on the podcast after the championship game, I said that Muddy got a taste and that they'd be back. And I'm so fucking happy that they're back. And it's going to be an awesome game. And no matter what, we're all going to be champions for sure.
Actually,
And-
not at all.
100%,
somebody's going to be a loser.
100%. Muddy Waters, all those people, they're champions in my heart.
Don't break the trophy.
Actually, now
But
that since
Kansas
Cougar won't
Tree
pick the game,
Care-
we've all lost.
They're all champions in my heart, especially my team, because we're going to take home the most beautiful trophy that's ever been a part of KBKL.
I don't know. Have you seen the Blue Collar Showdown trophy? That one's pretty good.
Oh, it's twerk-proof. It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry. That's my pick. Pete? Pete's texting. Hold on.
Oh, my God.
It's going to be a good game. Yeah, no, I'm not. That's about it.
That's all I got.
No, not to abstain.
I mean, I'm obviously going to pick Kansas Tree Care. I have every bit of confidence in us going into this game. So I think it's definitely not going to be 17-2 like last year. It's going to be a very, very good game. We both know each other pretty well. A lot of
I
us.
bet you
I thought
do.
you would say, Pete.
A lot of us travel on our travel team together. both teams have a lot of really, really good players that know the game really well. So it's going to be fun to watch, and I'm obviously going to go with us. And I mean, if I got to put a number on it, I'm just going with 1.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
So
It'd be good.
So real quick, so it's a Kansas Tree Care. They tried to repeat, twice. One in 11, tried to go for 12, didn't get it. They won in 2013, tried to repeat in 14, didn't get it. At least this time, unlike the other 2 times, they make the championship final. So you guys are ready to make history. It's hard. You guys know it's hard to repeat as champions. Those who tried, everyone has failed except for obviously Sure Factory franchise. It's hard. So you guys are ready trying to make history. Is that what you're saying? All right.
It's going to be a good one. I
Yeah.
like our chances.
Okay.
Go Call Valley.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Party donation. Oh yeah.
Who takes care of like cleaning up Hobbs after all this? Is this
All of us.
Just everybody? Just everybody that sticks around? All right.
Actually,
So,
You know what?
volunteers.
Just you. Okay?
No,
You
we're
do it
starting
all,
anew
so.
this year. Whoever loses the championship game has to clean up after everybody. So
Ooh, that's rough. That is rough. That is rough. And what about, are we going to have any concessions out?
yeah, there will be. Quinn
Okay.
said he's going to bring free nachos and cheese. Is that right?
Like what kind of cheese, though?
He
Is
usually
this like
does.
this, that
Hopefully he
canned
got
cheese?
approval this
Yeah.
time.
Something like that, yeah.
Canned
And then for those of you that don't like free nachos and cheese, Alna will also be there serving their typical hamburgers, hot dogs, and so on and so
Excellent. All
forth.
right.
So there should be plenty of food.
All right. And then, before we all sign off, we got some big stuff coming up. We've got the charity event, right? The charity.
We're going to have our end of season charity party, and we can always use donations for the auction. So if you want to chip in, if you want to chip in by donating, or if you know somebody that might, or if you want to volunteer to help, it takes a lot of man hours to set that thing up between categorizing and organizing all the stuff that we get donated, and then actually setting it up on the day of the auction. So if you're feeling motivated and you want to chip in, we will absolutely accept your help.
All right. What day is that? September 8th. All right.
At Abe and Jake's.
Abe and Jake's.
7
Old
o'clock.
stab and rapes.
Jake's.
Yeah.
Rape and steaks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
We're
I mean,
gonna-
all
we're
those
working on
captains out there
photos, but
listening,
yeah.
get a hold of your sponsors and see if they're willing to chip in a little bit more to the charity event. Charity does go to the Safe Bar Alliance, correct? All right. So let's all work a little bit harder to get some help out there.
Amen.
Charity!
Great charity, exactly.
We raise money and help community.
All right. We've got Stinky Pete. Sorry.
Stinky Pete?
It came up with that earlier, and I'm stuck with it.
MVP.
It's
MVP.
DL MVP.
DL MVP.
Oh, my God.
Signing up.
Oh, take it easy.
All right. Hannah the Butt Pirate Blodgett.
See ya.
Jason Cougar Huang.
My face is on fire, just blushing the entire podcast.
Well, that's
It is
because her
warm.
finger's
It
been
is
near your
very
butt
warm.
all podcast.
Nope.
I've seen it.
No,
I
it has
watched
not. No, it has
I
not.
watched it.
Bring cake next week.
What Cougar will do
And
for cake.
right-hand man, Ben Nick.
Rawr! Journalistic integrity is bullshit.
Right?
Nope,
And
I abstain.
am your host, Tim
It's not
Frederiksen.
bullshit.
Thank you for listening. We'll see you out there on Sunday. Thank you. Good night.
William Hurst would be proud of me if he was alive, but he's not.